comes back to her old town after 10 years of everything happening since the last Scream, and guess what? She comes there just to sign autographs to her new book that she wrote about Ghostface and all her, her getting back together after all this. Guess what happens? Ghostface is back, and he's back to stay until he gets killed at the end of the movie. And of course, Ghostface is someone in the movie that you'll be seeing a lot of. And no twist there. I mean, it's not going to be the janitor of the school. Anyway, that's really the story. You get to see familiar faces like David Arquette and or Dewey and Courtney Cox, who is I can't remember her name, reporter girl, and they're all in here. It's a little different. Some of the moods have changed. Of course, Courtney Cox is still the bitchy woman, but she's not a reporter. Dewey is still Dewey, so he's worthless. Sidney Prescott is different because she pulled herself together. She's not, Actually, she's the same. Never mind. Anyway, the story's still the same except with modern rules, so that means torture porn and videotaping stuff. So yeah, the story's decent, but it's not anything spectacular, even with the modern rules. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I did enjoy it, though. Let's go into the acting. Okay, now the acting in Scream 4 is okay. It's not great. Of course, you have Neve Campbell, who comes back as Sidney Prescott, and she doesn't have much to do nowadays. I don't know why. She was always the pretty good actress. Pretty good, of course. I don't have any other words in my vocabulary than pretty good. Well, 2 words. Anyway, I always thought she was a good actress. I don't know why she never escalated into something more. But Neve Campbell comes back, and she's good. She is good. David Arquette comes back, and even though I said he's worthless before, I didn't think he was that bad in this. I didn't think he was bad in any of the Scream movies. A lot of people don't like David Arquette. I don't mind the guy. He never annoys me. Courtney Cox, pretty good in this also. And again, not really, changing up my vocabulary, just pretty good. She was pretty good in this film. I can't think of anything else. She was good in the film. She usually is, and of course, like I said before, like David Arquette, she's not annoying, even though she's always the bitchy type. Oh, I'm bitchy. Hayden Panettiere is in this film, and she is hot. That's all I gotta say. She's actually good too. She's one of those chicks that I said chicks. I'm sorry. One of those women that are hot, but actually pretty good actresses. I didn't think she was bad in this. I didn't think she was bad in a few other movies I've seen with her in it. Can't remember any of those movies. That's probably not saying much about her, but yeah, I remember not thinking she's a bad actress, and she's not bad in this. On the other hand, you have Emma Roberts, who is Julia Roberts' sister, I think. I'm pretty sure sister. She is not good in this film. She comes in as, what's her name's cousin, Sidney Prescott's cousin, and she's terrible. I thought she was horrendous in this film. Everybody else is either decent or, there's so many other people. You got Anthony Anderson, Adam Brody. They both come in as cops, and they're actually kind of funny. Anthony Anderson has one line that made me laugh my ass off. And, you have other people like Christian Bale, Anna Paquin, and they're good for the minimal time they're here. And of course you got Roger Jackson, who voices Ghostface, and he's the man. He is the man. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna give the acting a 7.5 as well. Not much to say here. Let's go on to the violence of the film, because it is a horror movie. Let's go on to the violence, though. You know what? Instead, let's talk about the violence and the scariness of the film. Now, the violence and the scariness, let's talk about the violence. It's pretty violent. There's a lot of blood. There's a few scenes of guts and gore. It's pretty bloody, but most of it's just stab wounds like you've seen in other movies like Scream or just Scream. If you've seen Scream 1, 2, and 3, you're getting the same thing here, except maybe a couple of shots of someone's guts pouring out or something, or a shot of someone getting shot in the head or something, just different things than stabs sometimes, but mostly just stabs and blood everywhere. It's a bloody film, don't get me wrong. It's very violent, and, at least the blood looks good. Also, the scariness of the film, there's parts where it made me jump, but it was more jump scares, not like, ooh, cat, but it's more like, stab, I'm behind the closet, what's up? And, it was pretty scary in parts. It was just more jump scares, which I don't really care much about. Insidious, which was another movie that came out a couple weeks ago, was scary as shit because it was psychological shit that was just happening in the environment and some creepy shit that will last with you for a long time. This, not so much. It's Ghostface. If you've seen Scream 1 to 3, then you're gonna know what you're getting yourself into. I thought the scariness was okay. I thought the violence was really good, actually. I did. I'm gonna give the violence and scariness, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Now let's go on to the entertainment. Okay, now the entertainment of the film. Here's a big surprise. I thought this movie was a hell of a good time at the theaters. It was really fun, kind of scary in parts. It was fun just to watch people's reactions to this. Wasn't that scary to me, but it was funny. Some of the humor was really good. Some of the dialogue was very witty. Some of it wasn't so much, And there was a lot of references in the movie, which I don't really care about in most movies. And this one, it was actually really good because they reference modern day horror and pretty much say, you know what, that freaking horror is retarded. Screw you, Saw. That's pretty much what they say in the movie, and I love that. I really did. Even though I don't mind Saw, it's not scary. I'm sorry, it's not. Anyway, I just thought this was really fun time. Very bloody, very violent, pretty scary in parts. Decent acting, and a decent story with some modern stuff references in it that really made me enjoy the hell out of it. I'm gonna give the entertainment a 9 out of 10, and if I had to combine all the scores for overall, it would be a 32 out of a 40. I really enjoyed Scream. There's my review, 32 out of a 40. I think you should check it out because it was actually surprisingly good. Anyway, there you go. There's my review. Thank you. And well, one more thing. Also, check out my Rio review, which I just did earlier today. Check the 2 movies out in the same day. Damn, 2 reviews in the same day. Ain't that something? Anyway, thank you and goodbye.